McLaughlin Levrone for history. She's driving for the line, and she's done it! 47.80!
Sydney McLaughlin Levrone did something no one expected. In track and field, greatness is usually measured by the smallest edges, but Sydney pushed far past that. Already seen as one of the most dominant runners alive, she shocked the world in 2025 by switching events, and then smashing every expectation with a performance that changed record books and left competitors wondering how she did it.
No woman has run this fast for 40 years!
The 2025 World Athletics Championships in Tokyo served as the ultimate stage for McLaughlin Levrone's bold transition from the 400-meter hurdles, where she held multiple world records and 2 Olympic titles, to the flat 400 meters. The shift was more than strategic. It was a leap of faith, ambition, and competitive fire, and it paid off. In the 400-meter final, McLaughlin Levrone delivered a jaw-dropping performance, clocking 47.78 seconds. The time set a new American record and marked the second fastest performance in history, behind only East German athlete Marita Koch's controversial 47.60 from 1985. Not only did she set a championship record, but she also accomplished this feat in wet conditions, further underscoring her versatility and resilience. What made the performance even more electrifying was the level of competition she faced. Dominican Republic's Marilady Paulino, the reigning Olympic champion and one of the most consistent 400-meter runners of the decade, pushed McLaughlin Levrone to the very edge. Paulino finished in 47.98 seconds, setting a lifetime best and becoming the 4th woman in history to dip under the 48-second barrier. Bahrain's Salwa Eid Nasser clocked 48.19, the fastest third-place finish ever in a women's 400-meter race. The Tokyo final was historic not just because of Sydney's performance, but because of the collective brilliance of the field. It marked the first time in history that 2 women broke 48 seconds in the same race. Even seasoned analysts were left stunned at how McLaughlin Levrone's participation in the event elevated the standard of the entire field. McLaughlin Levrone had broken the American record earlier that same week in the semifinal, running 48.29 and surpassing Sanya Richards-Ross's long-standing record of 48.70 from 2006. But it was in the final that she announced to the world that her dominance extended beyond the hurdles. This wasn't just a one-off victory. The Tokyo 400-meter final was the culmination of a season of strategic planning and peak execution. Under coach Bob Kersee's guidance, McLaughlin Levrone focused her 2025 campaign on mastering the flat 400-meter. Her early season results hinted at greatness. She opened with a 50.32 in Kingston and improved steadily, clocking 49.11 and 48.75 in pre-championship events. But no one expected the quantum leap that occurred in Tokyo. The 26-year-old, who also anchored the U.S. women's 4x400-meter relay team to gold at the championships, now owns a glittering resume: Olympic golds in the 400-meter hurdles, 2020, 2024, World Championship titles in both the 400-meter hurdles and flat 400-meter, multiple world records, and now the second fastest time ever in the 400 meters. Her anchor split in the Tokyo 4x400 relay final was 47.82 seconds, propelling Team USA to a meet record of 3 minutes 16.61 seconds, the 5th fastest time ever recorded in the event. McLaughlin Levrone's composure and power in the anchor leg proved crucial as she surged away from her competitors despite a rain-soaked track. Beyond the track, McLaughlin Levrone's impact was felt globally. Her historic double performance in Tokyo earned her the 2025 World Athletics Female Athlete of the Year award for the second time, the first being in 2022. She also won the 2025 Female Track Athlete of the Year title, completing a clean sweep of the sport's top honors. Reflecting on her success, McLaughlin Levrone told World Athletics, "For me, 2025 was a year of stepping outside of the comfort zone and pushing the bounds of what was mentally and physically possible." Born in New Brunswick, New Jersey, McLaughlin Levrone's talent was evident from a young age. She became the youngest American track and field Olympian in 2016 and has since climbed to the summit of global athletics. Her father, Willie McLaughlin was a semi-finalist in the 400 meters at the 1984 U.S. Olympic trials, and her mother Mary was also an accomplished runner. This lineage, combined with her unmatched drive, has propelled her to the top. McLaughlin Levrone attended Union Catholic High School in Scotch Plains, New Jersey, and later ran for the University of Kentucky, where she broke collegiate and junior records before turning professional in 2018. She signed with New Balance and later expanded her brand with endorsements from Gatorade, TAG Heuer, Coca-Cola, and Visa. Her coach, Bob Kersee, renowned for mentoring track legends, has played a pivotal role in her transformation. Together, they made the controversial yet strategic choice to shift her focus in 2025. It was a risk, but one that paid off immensely. McLaughlin Levrone's 2025 campaign was also a testament to her durability. She remained undefeated in both the 400-meter flat and 400-meter hurdles all season, stretching her win streak to 24 races. She opened the year at the Grand Slam Track League in Kingston, Jamaica, with strong performances and continued to dominate in Miami and Philadelphia. Her run at the 2025 USA Track and Field Championships was another standout, where she captured her third national title in the 400 meters. Prior to Tokyo, she had withdrawn from the 2023 World Championships due to a knee injury, making her 2025 comeback even more compelling. McLaughlin Levrone's achievements have extended beyond athletics. In January 2024, she released her memoir, Far Beyond Gold, Running from Fear to Faith, which chronicles her rise in track and her spiritual journey. She remains a vocal advocate for faith, mental resilience, and performance under pressure. Her accolades also include a Hall of Fame induction at the University of Kentucky in 2024. While she attended the school for just 1 year, she said in her induction speech, "I would not be the woman that I am had I not attended UK." Despite the accolades and stardom, McLaughlin Levrone remains grounded. She is deeply involved in charity work and uses her platform to inspire young athletes. Her home community of Dunellen, New Jersey, even named the local track in her honor. McLaughlin Levrone's dominance in both the 400-meter hurdles and flat 400-meter has made her one of the most versatile sprinters of all time. She was the first woman to break the 52-second barrier in the 400-meter hurdles in 2021 and then broke the 51-second barrier in 2022. She currently holds 6 of the 10 fastest times in 400-meter hurdles history, including the world record of 50.37 seconds, which she set at the 2024 Paris Olympics. In her high school years, McLaughlin Levrone was the first 2-time Gatorade National Girls Track and Field Athlete of the Year and was even featured on the cover of Sports Illustrated at age 17. Her early promise translated into early stardom, and she hasn't looked back since. She is coached by Bob Kersee and has trained alongside other elite athletes under his guidance. Her decision to focus on the flat 400 meters was supported by Kersee, whose coaching expertise has helped Sydney evolve into a complete sprinter. As the 2025 season concluded, the athletics world could only marvel at what she had accomplished. Whether over hurdles or on the flat, Sydney McLaughlin Levrone is not just chasing history, she's rewriting it.
This year's biggest snub was obviously Melissa Jefferson-Woodin.
Melissa Jefferson-Woodin just said something that everyone needed to hear. Imagine winning 3 gold medals at the biggest track meet in the world, and then people act like it never happened. That's what happened to her, and she's finally talking about it. In September 2025 in Tokyo, Melissa did something only one other woman in history has ever done. She won the 100 meters, the 200 meters, and ran the opening leg for the 4x100 meter relay team. All 3 events, all 3 gold medals. The only other person to ever do this at a world championship was the legendary Shelly Ann Fraser-Price from Jamaica. Melissa became the first American woman to ever achieve this. Her 100-meter time was 10.61 seconds. That's a world championship record. She didn't just win, she destroyed the competition, crossing the finish line 0.14 seconds ahead of the silver medalist.
And they're away, first time. Great start for Melissa Jefferson-Woodin. Jefferson-Woodin into her running in the middle of the field, but she's got company. Clayton going well to her side, but Melissa Jefferson-Woodin streaks away in the closing stages.
In the 200 meters, she ran 21.68 seconds, which was the fastest time in the world that year. Then she helped her team win gold in the relay.
Jefferson Wooden is floating here. Amy Hunt trying to get in the mix. But look at this from Jefferson Wooden. She's absolutely flying in the night sky of Tokyo. 21.69.
But here's where things get interesting. After all of that, Melissa wasn't even chosen as a finalist for the World Athletics Athlete of the Year award, the award that's supposed to recognize the best female track athlete of the season. In October, World Athletics announced 5 nominees. There was Melissa, Sydney McLaughlin Levrone, Femke Bol, Faith Kipyegon, and Beatrice Chebet, all incredible athletes who had amazing seasons. But when they narrowed it down to just 2 finalists in November, Melissa's name wasn't on the list. Instead, it was Sydney McLaughlin Levrone and Femke Bol. Now, both Sydney and Femke had great seasons. Sydney switched from hurdles to the flat 400 meters and won gold at the World Championships with a time of 47.78 seconds. That's the fastest women's 400 meters in 40 years. Femke defended her world title in the 400-meter hurdles and won with a time of 51.54 seconds. These are both worthy achievements, but here's the thing. Neither of them won 3 gold medals. Neither of them did something only one other woman in history has done. Melissa went undefeated in 20 out of 22 races in 2025. She owns more than half of the year's top 10 fastest times in her events. Those are numbers that don't lie. The voting system for this award is complicated. Fans get 25% of the vote through social media likes and shares. The World Athletics Council controls 50%, and something called the World Athletics Family controls the other 25%. So even though fans showed massive support for athletes like Faith Kipyegon, who got 48,000 votes, and Beatrice Chebet, who got 31,000 votes, they still didn't make the final cut. Melissa got eliminated early because of low fan votes. But when you look at what she accomplished on the track, it doesn't make sense. After the announcement, people went wild on social media. Track fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. Olympic champion Masai Russell commented on World Athletics' Instagram post with just 2 words. "No Melissa?" She wasn't the only one confused. Jonathan Galt from Let'sRun.com said choosing Athlete of the Year over Melissa Jefferson Wooden and Beatrice Chebet was legitimately insane. For weeks, Melissa stayed quiet. She didn't say anything publicly about being left off the list. But recently, she sat down with the Track and Field Network and finally shared how she really felt.
Okay, let's see. Part of me was mad.
She didn't hold back. She called the decision
Kind of felt like a slap in the face to all the work that I put in this year to be able to do what I went out there and did.
Think about that for a second. You work your entire life for something. You achieve a historic feat, and then the people who are supposed to recognize greatness just ignore you. That would hurt anyone. Melissa kept going.
Yeah, well, that was the other thing I said. I was like, what else was I supposed to do? I don't know.
It's a fair question. What more could she have done? Win 4 gold medals? Run faster than humanly possible? She was already at the top of her game. But here's what makes Melissa different. This isn't the first time she's been overlooked.
I've been getting overlooked in my career for so long now. It's just like, I don't want to say that I'm used to it, but in a sense, it's just kind of like, okay, cool, fine, whatever. I guess I'll have to try harder next time.
That's resilience. That's the mindset of a champion. Instead of giving up or complaining endlessly, she's using it as fuel. But she also made it clear that respect matters to her.
Awards. I like to be respected, but never, you can keep it, actually. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm chilling.
She's basically saying she doesn't need their award to validate what she accomplished. She knows what she did. The world knows what she did. And no award committee can take that away from her. Then came the part that really caught everyone's attention. Melissa talked about what she learned from this season. The biggest lesson I got from this year is learning that if you lock in and dial in on things you say you want to achieve, but also put the hard work in on top of that, the sky is the limit. This is the announcement everyone needs to hear. Melissa isn't satisfied. She's not done. Even after winning 3 gold medals, even after making history, she wants more. When she talked to CNN Sports, she said she's not satisfied with what she's accomplished. There are so many things out there that I've accomplished this year, but there's so many more things that I do want to accomplish. So what's next for Melissa? She's got her eyes on the world record. The women's 100-meter world record is 10.49 seconds, set by Florence Griffith Joyner back in 1988. That's 37 years ago. Melissa is only 0.12 seconds away from that record. She's close, really close, but she's not going to chase the time. She explained, "The biggest thing for me, if I want to break the world record and become the world record holder, it's not going to be chasing the time. It's going to be doing very similar to what I did this year, and that is just focusing on me, focusing on my execution, listening to my coaches, and then surrounding myself with people who are going to get me where I need to be. That's a smart approach. Don't worry about the clock. Just focus on running the perfect race and the time will come." Beyond the world record, Melissa has the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics in her sights. Imagine this: winning Olympic gold on home soil in front of American fans in Los Angeles. That would be legendary. She'd join a very small group of women who have won both World Championship gold and Olympic gold, and doing it at home would make it even more special. Melissa said, "I'm excited for LA. I think it's going to be one for the books. Obviously, we have that already when we go to these World Championships and to other countries to compete, but there is nothing like doing it at home, in front of the home crowd. That just makes it that much more special." The bottom line is this: Melissa Jefferson Wooden just announced to the world that she's not done. The snub didn't break her. It motivated her. She's coming for the world record. She's coming for Olympic gold. And she's doing it her way, with focus, hard work, and the support of people who believe in her. The sky is the limit. And Melissa is just getting started.
Femke now just goes gently through the gears. It's looking as though she's pulling away from Anning. The Czechs have come through so strongly for bronze, but gold! The very last gold of these championships.
Just when everyone thought they had Femke Bol figured out, she went ahead and changed everything. The Dutch superstar who's been dominating track and field just announced a major switch that nobody saw coming. Let me take you back to January 2025. Bol hopped on Instagram with some news that caught everyone off guard. She said she wouldn't be racing individually during the indoor season. That's right. The woman who set the world indoor 400-meter record wasn't going to defend her title. In her post, Bol explained her thinking. She wrote, "After the last Olympic cycle with years full of amazing competitions indoor and outdoors, we've decided to do it a bit different this year. I'm training hard and preparing myself for another successful year on the track, but I also felt that I needed a bit more time away from competing." Now, if you're wondering who Femke Bol is, let me catch you up. This 24-year-old from the Netherlands is one of the biggest names in track and field right now. At the Paris Olympics in 2024, she walked away with 3 medals. She got gold in the mixed relay, silver in the women's relay, and bronze in the 400-meter hurdles. But Paris wasn't her first time on the Olympic podium. Back at the Tokyo Olympics in 2021, she also won bronze in the 400-meter hurdles. And get this, at the World Indoor Championships, she ran the 400 meters in just 49.17 seconds. That's the fastest time ever run indoors by any woman. So when someone like that says they're skipping races, people pay attention. Bol made it clear she wanted time to process everything that happened and focus on things outside of sports that mattered to her. She said, "It gives me the opportunity to have some more time processing everything that has happened and prioritize more things outside of the sports that are important to me." But here's the thing. Bol wasn't going to miss everything. There was one event she absolutely had to do. The European Indoor Championships were happening in March, right in her home country. The city of Apeldoorn was hosting, and Bol couldn't resist. She wrote, "However, I cannot and do not want to miss a chance to compete at a home championship." She said she'd be racing in the relays at Apeldoorn, and lucky for her, it was the first time the mixed relay would be part of the European Indoor Championships. Now, this home championship meant something really special to Bol. Almost 10 years earlier, when she was just 16 years old, she was at the 2016 European Athletics Championships in Amsterdam. But she wasn't competing. She was working as a volunteer, scanning tickets at the entrance. Back then, Bol had just finished 4th at the Dutch Under-18 Championships. She was watching the athletes and dreaming about maybe one day competing at that level. She remembered watching one race where the crowd went absolutely crazy. The noise, the energy, everything about it stuck with her. Fast forward to 2025, and now she was the one the crowds came to see. When someone asked her what she'd tell her 16-year-old self, Bol said with a big smile, "Pinch me. I wouldn't have dared to dream to be able to do this and to get this amazing feeling." The European Indoor Championships started on March 6, 2025. The very first gold medal of the entire event was the mixed relay. And guess who was running anchor? Yep, Femke Bol. The Dutch team had some serious talent. Nick Smit ran first. He'd won world indoor bronze before. Then came Evelien Solberg, who'd been running relays with Bol for years. Third was Tony van Diepen, who won Olympic silver with the Dutch team back in Tokyo. And finally, Bol would bring it home.